Hello everyone. We are going to try to set up a taming spot today. I actually had picked up on one location and then found something else in a different location. And I just noticed that there's apparently a family of jerboas living on a little outcropping there. Well, if I need any more, I know where to come to find them. We're looking back towards the house from a mountain to, what is this, the east of it? Let's take a look on the map. Yep, we're east of the house, so if we're looking at it right now, you can see the direction where it's at. It is well cloaked. You can't see anything. It's cloaked by render distance. In any case, let's hop on the bird and have a look around. So in this area, there were quite a few of these dead trees, which are right above my head there. I collected wood from almost all of them to make parts of the house, and these used to be covered around here. They'll grow back again because I don't have much of anything planted here except for the 2 oil barracks. Gotta say, that is a loud bird. We have a lot of oil in here. Really, there's going to be no shortage of oil anytime soon. I think that's actually more oil than I've collected anywhere else. This one has just gone in, so it's only got just a little bit of oil in it so far. Now, you can get some pretty good dino spawns here. There are some hyenas, which can be a big pain, but they also give you a whole lot of experience. So if you need experience early on and you have a flyer, you should attack hyenas because they give a lot of levels. I don't want any of these guys here. Maybe eventually I will. Now what I do want is the thyla, which you can see right there. Now he's a level 32. Could also take a Carno as well and any of these other guys, but while there's a 32 thyla there, excuse me, that is a 68. Unfortunately, that piggy is close by and I don't really have a good choice, but I think I'm going to build, actually I want to go out here and just see how hot it is. So there's no real bad carnivores here. I do need to build this a little ways away. Don't have too many things up here that can fall down. There's probably as good a place as any to build. I would like it to be fairly flat, and there's kind of a sand dune here. Actually, this is almost exactly where I tamed my first thyla. So while we're on the bird, let's transfer the key things into my inventory here. I don't really need to pick for anything. Just don't want them to come over and start yelling at me. Alright, so the general shape is just, you know, the sort of typical 4 square. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we want doors to get in and out, and I like to put them in the corner so we have the right angle to shoot from, because of course there will be quite a bit of shooting. Let's chuck some doors on there. So the door's ready to go. 2, 3, 4. Eventually we'll want those open because we are the bait. And if you don't mind, I'm going to stay outside. Now, the important thing about building here is to make sure that all your facades match out to out. You don't have anything rotated the wrong way. Most of the first ones of these that I built were not matched properly. In fact, I am going to do this from the inside. Can I please? Can I not open the door while I'm standing here? Apparently not. Okay, it's alright. I'm hoping he's not going to decide to bite me. Nope, not yet. So he is very close though. Just want to keep him under my eye. what we are making here, basically, I think I'm going to have to chop up these rocks. I am going to have to. Is my bird in the way? Okay, I might have to get him out of the way here. Yeah, I know, no snap point, gotcha. No, 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 no. Let's not attract anybody over here yet. So we're basically making a little cup. Oh my goodness. Now there's another pig and the other thyla. This is mostly annoying. The thing I don't know about the thylas is they have a very good jump, which means they're dangerous. Now where's that thyla going? Is he actually running away or is he chasing them? He's chasing the moth. Okay, that's fine. Actually, no, that's not fine. That's the thyla I want, isn't it? I can see how he got slowed down by the moths. A little ejecta cloud. Okay. Let's go back here. Start building again. Hopefully, there we go. Happy. Perfect. Because we basically want to lead them in on the steps like this. That's the idea. And actually, I think the right thyla chased the one that we really don't care about. I think I can I put these out from the top? Yes. 2. I wonder if they can reach the floor, the ground. They kind of can't. Oh well. That could be a bit of an annoyance, but we'll just have to lead them in the right way. Okay, I need this out of the way so that I can chop, and I don't even want this. I want this because I just don't want to be carrying any extra. Come on. Can you stop it with the stairs? Thank you. Sorry, thought I saw somebody. Very exciting. Okay, I guess I could have chosen this location slightly better. So one thing we haven't gotten here is a brightly colored one. With the mid-February event is just starting up. I found a few very brightly colored dinos, but none of them are ones that I want yet. There's actually a nice Dodie who is super duper bright pink, which I might want to get at some point. Okay, we're done. We're done creating. All we need now is to lead somebody in, assuming I've made it correctly. And maybe I haven't, we'll see. Doors open because we want to get out. Basically what we're going to do in some ways is just use ourselves as bait. Surprised that pig didn't come after me. Alright, I believe that's our good one. Sure is. Let's annoy this pig. I just want to lead it away, that's all. Far away. Farther away the better. He didn't seem to want to chase. The music certainly seemed like... Okay, there we go. I just went too fast, right? Yeah, I forgot. They're kind of slow. Happy pig. Happy pig. Come on. Oh, he's probably going to go after the jerboa or something. That's a dead something on the ground. Oh, you know what? That might be... Oh, it doesn't matter. Alright, so I need him now to sort of de-aggro. What I would like to do, which would be nice, is if I could actually just get the cat to chase... I might have to attack him. Okay, no, he's got me now. He seems pretty fast, judging from his footsteps. Where is he? Oh, come on. So I need him to go here, because I really don't know if he's going to be able to... There we go. I just don't know what his jump is like. But I would like him. Did he get inside, or did he jump it? Because he can totally jump. Ah, he's inside. That is great. That worked super awesomely. Now, I don't think he can get out of there, but I sure wouldn't guarantee it. I swear this is smaller than I usually make it. So I may regret the size of this, and I may be in bad shape. He's at level at attacking targets, so let's see what we can do here. Because he may be able to jump out of here. At which point, you all should laugh. I think I do usually make these 3 high. So, yeah, let's just consider that I haven't designed this as well as I should have. But you know, let's see how it goes. As you can see, it's totally a cheat. I mean, it's perfectly fine in the game. Nothing wrong with it. But, you know, taking advantage of game mechanics. But I mean, that's kind of how it's supposed to work. So you can tame lots of animals this way. You probably want to make a bigger one for anything bigger than this. He is maximally sized for this small of a taming thing. You can make a larger one for Rexes or for really any other animal. As you can see, this guy takes a lot of hits. All right. So this was super cool. I can grab my arrows. Always take those back. And at this point, I want to close the doors to keep anybody out. If I really wanted to keep anybody out, I would pick up the edges here. Or destroy the slopes. So, I don't know how much he's going to take, but he's probably going to take a whole lot of time. I think he's probably even going to need some narcotic to keep him out. We should probably have a peek at his health. So you can see he's going. Oh yeah, and that's the other thing. It is extremely hot in there because it's all made of stone. So you probably want to stay out of there. He's a cute guy though. He's going to be awesome when we get him. Okay. Yeah. So his torpidity is going down very fast. So and you can see we knocked him out, and he has so much health. So he's going to be a good one to have. I think what I'm going to need, he also snores kind of like the RG, which is awesome. So he's going to take a while. Oh, that's right. I'm sorry, I didn't look at his food. How is your food doing, sir? Very slow. So this is an animal that basically eats up its torpidity at about 10 times the rate of its food. So we are going to need a lot of narcotic to keep him out, and that is why I brought it. That is not something that I inherently knew, but I did remember it, which is why we have a lot here. Kind of thought he would take more arrows, but you know, headshots, which we've been trying to do on most of these animals, headshots can do 2 to 3 times both the damage and the torpidity. So it just means you get to use fewer resources when you're doing headshots. It isn't any safer, so like when you're trying to take out a weaker animal, it won't be any safer to do headshots because it also does 2 to 3 times the damage. It basically scales linearly. And some animals like the Dodi that have protected heads, there's no headshot bonus. So again, it doesn't work badly one way or another. You just don't have the headshot bonus. Like it doesn't favor torpidity over damage or vice versa. So there's our other Thyla who we're not going for anymore. I forget if that was female or male. It's a male again. Oh, that's actually a different one. That's a level 12. Okay, so they spawn pretty commonly here. I sort of suspected that, but wasn't sure. Safest thing to do here, honestly, oops, let's not do that. Please land. Okay, thank you. But we gotta take these down. There's just no reason to take any chances. It is so easy to get stone now that we've got the Doty. We don't really want anybody coming in here and bothering Snoring Beauty. I'm encumbered. Oops. Hey, that was magic. Just appeared out of nowhere. Not sure if he was there beforehand and the game just didn't render him in. Doesn't really matter. But I am going to do something. You're full of water, my friend. And I could use a drink. So the question is like, why can't I drink? Like, why did that take so long to register? Anyhow. Let's continue on. The encouragement of our chuffing in the background. Okay. Sometimes people just make wooden stairs because they cost less, but actually, at least with all of the things that I have on this map, stone actually costs less. So, and RG reduces the weight of that stone in its inventory, so it's fine. Even though it was weighing me down a lot, it doesn't weigh him down much at all. All right. Oh, hey, look, I didn't finish. Oops, wrong button. All right. So this will prevent pretty much everything in the area from getting in, except if something happens to run off the edge very quickly. They tend not to do that, but tend is not the same as actually do. So we will have to keep track of that. Let's also do that so we can see a little more easily. Let's see how quickly he's going down. He is down a lot already. So I'm going to split half and we're going to go. So each one of these I'm hitting E to force him to eat them. I believe each one of these does 50? No, it looks like 30. See, we started at 04 and does 40. So 10 of these will do 400. And 50 of these will do about most of it. So we'll leave that in there for now. The nice thing is that as it's going up, it doesn't go down. Yes, that's a super obvious thing, but actually it also makes narco berries better in some cases. Because what narco berries will do is they will actually take so much time going up, even though they don't go up very much, they don't increase the torpidity very much, they'll take so much time doing so that they actually delay the reduction of torpidity by quite a bit, because each narcoberry has to take its time to increase. Even though the individual narcoberry doesn't do so much, it takes forever for that increase to actually happen. I believe this is one of the animals you want to do it on, but I'm just not going to mess with it right now. And if I do want to, there's a bunch of bushes around here. So at this point, I'm going to go look to see how much meat this level 68 is going to take. I suppose we could just do it. Let's just do this in game instead of cheating. It's not really cheating, looking at the wiki, but you know, why not? So one meat. He'll eat it. 3.2. So that means that's about 30 to 32 meat. Now, he's going down. Each meat, I believe, heals up. Let's do one more. Yeah, we'll do this the old-fashioned way instead of just looking it up on the wiki. So, gave him that as 2661, 2710. So each one does 50. So he's at 6. You notice that he's no longer got any taming bar. That's interesting. Do we actually have to tame him all at once? Because he decided to eat all of that and not stay tamed. And I don't remember that behavior from any other dino. His torpidity, as you can see, is still going up from all the narcotics he ate, which is good. But that, I've not seen that happen before, so we're probably going to have to give him all the food at once. I'm going to have to look it up. This is interesting. All right, well, this is going to take forever. I will do the math on this using what's on the wiki and look up what the deal is with this torpidity going away. I'm just going to take that back into my inventory in case I forget and do something dumb. Because if he wakes back up, this will be removed from his inventory, so we lose everything. All right. That is interesting. All right, I'm going to have to look up. Maybe the Thyla has something different. It has been an extremely long time since I tamed a Thyla. I've only ever done it on this map, and I've only actually ever done it in this location. I think actually when I tamed him, I just did it in a little corner like right over here. And not in as neatly and as nice and easy a taming box as this. I actually did it aggroing him from the cliff above and just shooting him with tranks until he went down, but this is really the way to do it. You make a bigger box for bigger dinos. That actually worked more easily than I remembered, because in the past I think I remember having to use myself as bait as opposed to being relatively safe on our wonderful bird here. All right, well, this is fun. I'm going to look up why the taming went down to nothing, and I'll come back in the video shortly-ish, depending on how long it takes Sleeping Beauty to wake. Talk to you soon. Bye. Hello, everyone. I let the little kitty cat go for a little while. Pumped him full of about 70 narcotic, but part of that was mostly because he ate all of that uncooked meat that I thought he was going to want. But I looked it up and I forgot something. Now, they didn't address the fact that he decided to detame himself. That was mildly annoying. But this is the only animal that prefers cooked meat. So, in fact, giving him the raw meat was not the best idea. Cooked is what he wants. He's going to use about 16 or 17, again, if I did my calculations right. We found some interesting friends here, one of whom is that guy right there. I don't want to hit him. Oh, no, not that one. Hey, that is not a great view. First of all, of course, there are dung beetles because there are always dung beetles. The next thing we've seen, well, there's another Thyla down there, and he's not the one that we saw before. But the next thing that we've seen is this, and no, I'm not going to get him. But he is level 112, she. So that's tempting. We'll see. I may come back for it. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. I definitely don't want him getting too close. He's like a level 32 or so. So I can't let this guy go too long because he will go unconscious a little too quickly. We want this to go down to about 2,000 because that'll get 17 bites of meat. At least I think that's what cooked meat does. Well, we'll find out soon, won't we? I'll be mildly annoyed if we don't fill him up and he drains his taming again. So we'll see. I don't know if that was a bug. I don't know if that's how this thing goes. In the past, I've always done my taming all at once just because it's a little cleaner. You don't lose anything. Like if I lose this tame and I've fed him already 14 pieces of meat, I lose those. If I feed him nothing, then there's no problem. So one thing I didn't do, first of all, I went back for meat because I had 10 on me. And that's not going to do it. That was silly. And then when I went back, I didn't make a thylus saddle. So I'm not really interested in letting this go too long, but he's going to get all the cooked meat right at 2,000. There we go. See what happens. So yeah, it'll be 16. And that's fine. He should be good. I don't see that going down. Look at the taming effectiveness. Taming effectiveness, though. I'm losing levels. So this is not a great taming food, even though it's actually one of the fastest. This is pretty cruddy. So I'm going to lose. He would get 34 levels, and they never go perfect, so it would be 33. So it looks like we're going to lose 4 levels, which, you know, it's fine. Hey. So I'm just going to hit that. Oh, look at that look. All right. I don't want him to follow me because he'll get all annoyed. I'm going to close the door, go in over here, just have a look at him. So first of all, he's got some cool stripes. He's ginger. I don't have a good name for a ginger cat, but he's got big old feet, and he's a bit of a chunky boy. So got to give him a chunky boy name, and I know one chunky boy cat. So let's go ahead, do options, change name, and this is going to be Garrus, who's a chunky boy. So I need a saddle for Garrus because, as you can see, he's big. And he's actually quite a good dino. I've been reading up about them. Dino. That's a dinosaur. They're furry now. Did you know? He's quite a great tame. And what we're going to do is we're going to leave him there. He's going to be, if anything falls in there, he's going to be able to destroy it. So I could carry him, but I actually kind of want to leave him out here, and I want to use him out here for a little bit. So let's go home and get ourselves a saddle. He's nice and safe in there. As I said, the only thing that could really kill him at this point would be a wyvern. There's our other level 34. So we have like a 34 and a 32. So they're not great, but hey, I might get another just for fun. So you'll notice something there. It's Valentine's Day coming up, and ARK does Valentine's Day themed dinos. And that's a pretty ugly version of one. But there's a slightly better one that, at least if it's not uglier, it's at least more committed than just sort of having beak and whatever be pink. Okay, well here, this actually wasn't what I was making a point of, but let's look at this guy. So he's got red and, you know, pink or whatever that color is. Still pretty darn ugly. Let's give our RG. What was I complaining about for him? I've been having some stamina issues when trying to do things. Not sure what all this is doing in here. The cooked meat, actually. Oh, I left the cooked meat in our boy, but that's all right. He can use it, and that's a pretty great thing. So, I suppose if I wanted to, I could pick up the oil and go back. But let's try to stay focused. We don't really need the oil for anything. So what we're going to do is pick up saddle. It's not that hard to make. I looked it up recently. I forget, but we're going to have to grab it from our list of engrams one way or another. Oh, and it's not that... when I was talking about somebody with fun coloring, I was not talking about that Anki, but we'll take a look at him in a second. No. There he is. There's the Doty. He was the first one I saw. That is a pretty fantastic color. But it's a low level one, so I think I'm just going to enjoy these wonderful colors from afar. Honestly, I'm kind of hoping another Thyla shows up in a crazy coloring, because on my very first um, Scorched Earth play I got during the Christmas ones, a great bright red and bright green Thyla, and he is awesome. You can see somebody with nice pink racing stripes there, which is fine. I think somebody else had some red ones. Let's just fly inside. We're not going to be able to fly in once I finally, on like episode 308, put the roof on this place, but I do want to do that. Okay, so need some engrams. Look, I've only got 2,375 because I'm like level 92. Just doing all these things, you accumulate levels so fast nowadays. Okay, so Thyla saddle. We make this, so it's 20 ingots, 290 hide, 155 fiber. Yep, we need fiber. Luckily, we should have the hide, which is great. That's one of the nice things about having these dinos that just do a great job of collecting all of these materials, is that we no longer have a shortage, even though I'm not focusing on collecting any materials. I didn't see if we had enough ingots in there, but I'll just transfer some because I can. Okay, that's the Rex saddle. We already did that. There's the Thyla saddle. We'll craft one. I don't think we'll need two anytime soon, but we'll just do the one. We'll leave the metal ingot here. It's fine. I do need to fix my pick. I thought... Oh, there it is. It's funny, it didn't show up. We'll just repair it right now. I'm sorry, my hatchet. It's me using the wrong word. And we get another level up because we crafted something, and that's just how the game goes. Alright, I don't even know where to put these anymore. I think I've been putting them on Fortitude. Alright, so we're going to take our birdie back. I didn't even look at what type of... what his sort of strengths were. In fact, I don't even know that I would know them. I'm just not that familiar with what constitutes good numbers on a Thyla, so pretty much what I do want him probably to have is a lot of stamina, because we're going to be running around on him. And they can climb walls. That's their fun thing. So he should in theory be able to climb out of his pen right now, but the funny thing is I didn't look up how to control them, and I do remember the controls for attaching to walls and maneuvering were a little difficult. I really wonder how those are going to work on something like on the Switch or anything that has controls on a controller as opposed to the sort of flexibility of a keyboard. I didn't realize I built this far out too. But that's fine. I mean, you can, as I did with this guy when we tempted him into our little trap, he can do a perfectly good job of running over here and getting himself trapped. Okay, let me in. Okay, sir. That's nice. Alright, he's got quite a lot of health. Not a ton of weight. That could be better. Melee damage is decent. Stamina is decent. I don't know how the stamina goes because I sort of... Actually, I want more melee damage on him. Oh, yeah, he growls really loud too. He also spits when he growls, which is fun. And I believe he has a roar mechanic as well, which is nice. So he can help. So, let's see. That's the roar. Oh, he has a huge jump. That's right. So you don't even need to worry about getting stuck somewhere. He's a lot of fun. So one thing he's supposed to be good at is collecting chitin. I do not want to kill the other Thyla. Honor amongst thieves and all that. But I do want to see, this is gonna thrash. I just don't know how well this is going to work fighting these guys, but you know what? We'll never know unless we try. I guess if I can just stay ahead. Okay. 82 chitin and 46 meat. That was a lot of chitin. That was a ton of chitin. So that is really good. Roar. He is a cool cat. We're going to have no problems with chitin anymore. With these guys, you have to stay behind them, so they can only spit forward at you. So if you've got reasonable maneuverability, which this guy has, and a jump, you can be okay. Just sort of getting used to how to fight with this guy here, because I also don't want to be spit on by the other one. Because I don't really want my armor to be all mangled up. So the bleeding is part of the mechanic of how they work. I'm looking at his... and that bleed mechanic is actually very good for fighting... I guess these guys are higher level. Probably should have looked, huh? The bleed mechanic is very good for fighting high-level dinos. That's weird. Why did I level up in the middle of a fight? This game. I don't know how loud that was for you. I hope it wasn't, because that is plenty loud. Alright. 2 levels. Oh, do you know what? And that was a mistake. That was not a mistake, but I want to get the level up from the thing that is probably hiding over there, like a little jar or something like that, so that he gets all of those sweet new levels. And there's our wonderful level 112, which I would really like to have, even though he's just the worst coloring. Okay, yeah, see, that's the other Thyla. That's why I didn't want to go in there. It's a little annoying. Hey. Really would like to get the... Okay, so he's got a melee of 4, and as you can see, you can also pick up some fun things as well. The Thylas do not aggro over a very large area, so I would just like to find the little jar if it's in here. Oh man. Had a little bit of technical funny business. I think I trimmed a little bit of it out, but we're going to see how that goes long term. ARK bugs, gotta love them. Considering it crashed just a short while ago, that would be a big ARK bug. However, let's do a little more inspecting with our Thyla here. I think, I don't remember if I've left it in or not, but there's no little secret jar there, so I can't really do much about it. So we'll just have to eat that. I just picked up a whole bunch of stuff from that Titanoboa, and I don't need most of it, so we'll probably junk a bunch of it right now, because I just want to get rid of the weight. Not that there's too much of it, but you know, why not? Let's travel light. Got a metal hatchet though, that's pretty nice. Transfer some trank ores over, won't complain about that. So I think I will leave our moths to it here, and you know, if I want another moth, I'll come back. Let's try a scorpion next. I'm gonna leave our birdie over there. He'll be able to manage himself just fine. Ooh, there we go. I forget what those things are called, but there's an easy Megatherium. He's a little PO'd right now, and he will get that way on occasion. It's not really clear to me what sets them off, and it seems kind of random, because if I'm correct, it looks like he killed a dung beetle. Seriously? No, just one of the insects. I mean, that's even worse. So while I did do a good job there, or he did a good job there, excuse me, while Garrus did a good job there, he, you know, took some jabs from the Scorpion, and that will go up. But, I mean, with 4,700 torpidity, I can't really imagine we're going to have too much trouble. Looks like there's a little bit of fun happening up there. Let's, I want to see, though, if we could find if there's one of these wonderful experience spots. Hey, come back here, you. Alright, I'll take that. Would really like a nice experience buff for our kitty cat here. The weight's going up. One of these days I'll take the roar and you'll be able to, I'll turn it around so you can see him spit out of his mouth while he roars. So these guys, the mantises, can unseat you. Let's see if he does. Ha! He got me. Level 36, not too bad. 82 organic polymer. That's a lot of polymer. And considering we're going to be using that pretty soon, I think I might want to find maybe just one more of those. Oh, so many decisions. It's not like they're going to go away. So, oh, there's one over there. Okay. Anything? Yes, right there. That's what I want. Excellent. Hey, somebody's hitting me.
As soon as the first group of burning Phoenix warriors succumbed to their poisoned feast, I stole away into the night. Edmundium, an artifact, in tow. Serves those ruffians right, I say. They never did treat me with the propriety that a gentleman and scholar of my caliber deserves. This desert is better off without them.
Curses, he got me. Sorry, I did want to stay quiet for the little reading there, but let's see, 64. Oh man, wow, those guys are really good for resources. Like 200 chitin almost and a whole bunch of polymer. Let's go ahead and eat some snakes. Let's just take a peek at him though. Now, see, I mean, he's taking some damage here. I'm definitely using him as a tank, which is, you know, maybe not the most respectful thing to do in the world, but oh well. This guy lost a fight, as did he. Ooh, look at that black and white dog there. That's pretty cool looking. They are good cave mounts. It's only a level 60, but that is a pretty nice color. Yeah, so these guys, of course, were fighting. Yeah, here we go. So it looks like they're fighting a saber-tooth. Now, I get these things mixed up all the time. What are you? Archaeopteryxes are... Oh, well, it looks like I'm going to have to eat them. That's annoying. And I hurt the Archaeopteryx, too. Archaeopteryxes are fine. They're kind of funny little guys. You can actually glide with them. You put them on your shoulder, and then you hold them. And you can jump off of something, like a tall rock or something like that, and they'll glide down with you. And, you know, that's just kind of fun. Hey, did you see those bugs, the little ones, before? All right, who's getting my feet? Oh, is another one? Oh. Yeah, usually when you find bugs in the air, you'll also find them on the ground as well. And I should have been smart enough to remember that. But yes, the bugs travel in packs. I don't need any of these. I don't need... I mean, I'll grab the thing I don't need any of this, so I'm just going to dump the rest of this. It's all kind of low level anyway. I'm not really... I guess if I'm going to take him into a cave, I want him to be able to carry stuff out. Because that's one of the things with the caves, is that they really do have very good resources in them. Like, that's really why you want to do that. Both the natural resources in the cave, but also the artifacts, which would be the other reason we're going there. Okay, we've sort of spent... actually, no. I take it back. We really should be... thank you. We really should be still gathering a bunch of resources. He's kind of heavy right now, but it's not really obvious like what this... I think it's just everything's adding up. Let's go dump some stuff into the bird because he's a little slow, but I'd still like him to stick around and kill a bunch of things for the experience buff that we have still going there in the upper right. I've sort of been doing this with each one of the animals that I get, is just take advantage of that early experience buff. It's not even early, but just, level them up quickly. I really don't know what order to go in. This is kind of funny. The polymer is a little heavy. I know this is very heavy. What else do we have here? I mean, I'm probably heavy because I've got all these. These are not exactly light. Let's dump all this into the bird. Certainly don't need to carry that around. What are you at now in terms of weight? Pretty low. And I'm not too heavy, so let's hop back on again. I mean, it adds up. What, do I like get fat when I sit on his back? 215. His weight is 215. If I look at him now, he's 113. My weight's 101. I am fat. Oh, it's all the arrows. I don't need all these stinking arrows. We'll split them in half. I don't even need to keep that many of them. Frankly, I don't need to make any more arrows. That's the only reason those are there. I have another one of those. That thing does... Okay. I should be a little lighter now. Okay, let's be less fat. He's really not that much faster, but that's okay. Again, I'm going to go for things with chitin. That's weird. I'm heading over the line actually while I'm attacking these guys. I mean, it's fine and all, but they disappeared. I punched them like into the map, which can happen. You can punch things into the map. It's stupid, but it happens. Let's bump up his melee at this point. I'm gonna sort of do weight and melee, I think, at the same amount at this point. And the snakes aren't really all that useful. I mean, they're getting me hide. How much hide? That's a lot of hide. But I really don't need snakes quite as much as I would like. These guys with the chitin. Oh, see, right. This is what I... That is exactly what I didn't want to see. They just ate all of my... That's a ton of polymer that those guys just ate. And leaving... Oh, pike. Ooh, that's not bad. Why can't I move? That was weird. I couldn't move for a second there. A sword. Ooh, an electric prod. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Let's dump this. Let's see where I can dump. Should they not attack me? I've got to find out what use these are. I actually thought they attacked. Shows what I know. So they don't attack me, yet they attack the mantises, which I want to eat. Okay. You know, you learn stuff about this game pretty frequently. And he leveled up again by just attacking it the first time. This is really not making sense to me, but whatever. Or maybe I leveled up. No, that's him. That's him. Melee. I guess seeing as I'm just going for experience, how far are we out to the desert, by the way? Oh, that's funny. I thought I was going that way. So there we go. Shows what I know. Yeah, we'll hit the invisible wall pretty soon here. So I think I'm going to the south now. I also have to watch my heat because it's going to take me a while to get out of here. It's a pretty cool looking snake to eat. Oh, there we go. There we go. Got a mantis now. I would like to fight you guys one at a time. But, you know, if I gotta take you both, I think I can get the mantis from this side. Haha, there you go. Two can jump. There we go. A bunch more organic polymer. Bite your butt. I mean, I'm sure these guys have a butt somewhere, right? Ooh, that spit went out in a weird direction, so can't just assume they can only spit forwards. So again, I'm just sort of tanking a lot of this up. That isn't really the most subtle of ways to do things, but on the other hand, this is mostly for experience. Some chitin, and if there are more, I don't see any more. Also for those organic polymer. Ah, levels. Sweet, sweet levels. So I think our friend here was at 98 when we started. Oh, so we're done here. Let's run back. I don't even know exactly where I am. Which way do I want to face? I think I want to face that way. Yeah, that's about right. As you can see, this is a pretty nice place just to go out, get some resources. It's interesting. See if there's anything interesting in here. It was a titanoboa. I guess I can grab that and I'll just dump the rest. Nobody else interesting here. I should look up for the vultures, see what they've got going on. Okay, so next plans. So this guy should be great for the cave. It is possible that his butt is too big and he will not be able to fit into the cave. That will be mildly annoying should that happen. But in any case, we will take him, and then I should probably just drive him over to the cave at some point and see how that goes. And just do a test. So what we will do here is I'm going to whistle him to follow me. There we go. How's his... Yeah, I'm not really having problems with the Thyla's stamina, so... Getting a follow? Yes, we are. So this is a Carnotaur. So in theory, when I looked at it, I saw that the Carnotaur is roughly the equivalent of this guy. He's just sort of like a mammal version of it. So I'm going to do this just because I wanted to see where he was. Because I don't want to fight the pigs because they really are kind of OP in terms of their... I don't want the pigs to attack. Yes, it's a dog. Dogs don't matter. And the pigs, luckily, are slow. Just want to make sure they don't attack. Yeah, I think he's just... Oh, what was that? Oh, stupid raptor thing. Micro-raptor. I just need to... No, I need to get on. I need to get on his back. J. There. Come on, follow me, follow me, follow me. Good, he is following me. I gotta see who is following him. Nope, he's faster. We're good. Okay, so what happened there? Stupid Microraptor, the same thing that killed me a few videos back. You are being chased though, so I'm hoping that... yeah, starving, gotcha. I'm hoping that the rough land will sort of prevent these guys from chasing us too easily, or at least too quickly. So the Microraptor deals a torpor, knocks you out temporarily. But what I did is I woke up because I do have, I have put quite a few. Yeah, we're good. I mean, they've given up a long time ago, so we're fine. Actually, so he got a little hurt, but not too bad. Let's take a look at our bird. Nothing. They wouldn't have been, so, I mean, nobody was in any danger, which is good. I mean, he's a little low, but that's just because I was fighting already. So that's a bit of a mistake. You can see his energy goes up very, or his, excuse me, health goes up very slowly. So what you can do is you can force feed them, and each one that they eat brings them up 5. And of course, because he's just completely full of meat, there's tons of it here, so you can force feed them up to full health very quickly by giving meat. I don't remember if this works with berries for vegetarians, but it should. It's just that berries do so little that it may not make a difference. Anyhow, that's brought them up most of the way. We're not really in any danger. Plus, we have heavy hitters over here to help us out. I locked him in there because the bird is too close. All right. Let's get him to a place where he can get some buffs. Let's see, you. Okay, so we've sort of attended to things, but what happened? So we got hit with the Microraptor. The Microraptor dismounts you. That is a very strong power. That's actually probably the most annoying thing most annoying behavior of anything is actually the dismount. It is very annoying because it can knock you off your moth or your bird or anything that you're riding. The Microraptor can also fly up in the air, even though when you see them normally, they're frequently just cruising directly along the ground. So what you can do is make sure, come on, I was trying to hit my visibility or my character button. Fortitude will increase. First of all, you can't increase your torpidity, but fortitude will give you more resistance against torpidity, and will also make you recover from it faster. Having higher health is also good because you're also going to get whacked in a fight. You can see my armor's almost dead, so I should probably do something about that. But in any case, that was a bit much of that was at least, it was a bit much, but it wasn't too bad, all things considered. I'm going to play cheat here because I love it. Split all. Oop, and I've just done a reset on the timer in there. There's nothing else in here that I need to worry about for decay. And I'm going to go in here, and one of these, we are going to get something that's going to address all of this raw prime meat, because I do want to cook it. We have chitin coming out of our ears. In fact, what we're quite short of more than anything else actually is going to be a stone, which of course we can also get fairly easily, but it just takes a while to get it all in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw this up here, and I'm going to make some stuff. I'm going to do it off camera so you don't have to watch, because it's just going to take a little while to do it. But my plans is I will make the second fridge. So the first one I believe is still in here. I've already laid out where it's going to go. So I'm going to get the second fridge. We're going to get the pump action shotgun, which I believe I've already grabbed here. So we're going to make that. Going to make the fabricated pistol. And because we have so much of it now, polymer, I mean, I'm just going to get I don't really like using the sniper rifle too much, but it's good to have. And then there's also the assault weapon. So the assault rifle. It's not that much polymer. This one is just very expensive. It shoots tons of rounds, as you'd expect from this. but man, is it expensive to run. So I just rarely use it. What it is it's a backup. I don't use it in the game, but in the kind of situation we were just in, I might consider pulling it out. The problem is that if you can't see what you're doing, you can damage your own dinos just as much as the things that are attacking you. So we'll see. But for those bats that we saw in the cave, I think that sniper rifle is going to be good to take them out, or at least get them down in damage from a long way away. And let's just take a look here. So with like 240 polymer plus more that I can make, because I've got tons of cementing paste now, yeah, this is going to be good. So I'm going to spend some time making things, and the next time I see you, we will have some fun weapons. And now that we have our thyla, we can go into the cave and see what kind of fun we can find in there. Well, until then, I'll talk to you soon, and we'll have more equipment out here very soon. Enjoy.